Yo, 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 this your boy Larry, and I'm chilling and vibing with Tafauria. What's going on, girl?
And what's up?
Hey, man, just trying to make it. Hey, you see the shirt, no days off.
I see you. I should put my shades on.
How you been, though?
I've been doing great. Just busy, busy as ever. I'm in DC now, so just been working, grinding, taking care of the kids.
That's what's up. So how was that transition, from small old Orangeburg to DC?
Well, actually, I was born in New York. I moved to South Carolina in middle school. I went to shout out to Holly Hill Middle School. My dad's side of the family is from Utahville, Vance area. And then my mom's side of the family is from HKT Springfield area. So we moved to Holly Hill for a year, then we moved to Springfield, and then when I got grown, I moved to Orangeburg. And that's my city.
So how does it feel, being from Orangeburg, moving to DC? DC is way bigger.
Way bigger, a lot of things. So for me, it was kind of smooth transitioning because my dad's been here since I was 2 years old. So I've been to co-parenting elementary, middle, high school back and forth. So it's kind of second home for me. So I didn't really have the new city move. It was just kind of relocating to another home, but kind of navigating it through adulthood. But for the most part, like I already knew DC. I kind of wished I moved to a city that I didn't know, but I needed to become a dietitian. Howard had a program, I got accepted, and here we are.
So how was Howard, going to Howard University?
I'm a bulldog through and through, second generation. My dad graduated from state. I graduated from state, so I'm loyal, son and daughter. But HU is, the mecca for Black excellence. I was able to accomplish my registered dietitian verification process as well as meet some lifelong friends. The networking is definitely there in the HBCU world. And so it was, it's a home and a place to thrive. So I really did enjoy my time at Howard. And then I also got a shout out to Morgan because that's where I did my master's at Morgan State. So I'm an HBCU grad times three. Um, I had great experience. I have a busy networking system and I love my university.
That's what's up. I remember you was at Orangeburg, man. Now you was on the cheerleading squad, ain't it?
I sure was. I cheered. I played basketball. I ran track. I was on a dance team. I was telling my son one day, I was like, let me tell you something. Y'all new kids, y'all lazy. Because Friday nights at the games, everybody was there. I wanted to play basketball on the girls' team. Then I cheered the boys' game. Then boys' halftime, I was on a halftime floor for the cheerleaders and for the dance team in my cheerleader uniform. Like, I had a ball in South Carolina. Like the people, I love the people there. They love me
Oh yeah, man. You know that down south love ain't nothing like it.
at all. It's not at nowhere you can't find it.
It's crazy. I was in DC last year also. I had went to the State House and did a little tour. It was dope though. It was dope.
Yeah, it's a different view because there's a lot of architecture buildings, museums. It's a very busy city. It's so loud. That was one of the first things I realized when I moved back from down south, like the noise, the ambulance, the police cars, like you hear all of that as soon as you walk out your door. Versus down south, you don't hear nothing. It's peace and quiet.
Yeah, especially you live in the country. You don't think you hear is crickets.
Exactly. I enjoy the sound of sitting on my porch, drinking some sweet tea, listening to crickets. Like I got a great aunt that lives in Colombia, and I literally fall asleep on her porch every time I come.
Wow. Yeah, man. None of that down south love. So how long has you been in a nutritious?
I finished my bachelor's in nutrition and food management in 2014 at South Carolina State, and I got my first job in Colombia working for DHEC as a WIC nutritionist. So that's been about 10 years ago. I've been in the nutrition field.
So like your fitness goals, like what are they?
So right now, I recently just had a baby. Well, he's 14 months old now. I'm still breastfeeding. So my goals look different from other people. So right now I'm focusing on eating enough food to maintain enough calories for me and extra so that I can breastfeed. Maintaining my weight, but also, still trying to work out. So like I just redo my gym membership. We have a sauna. I go there. I love walking the treadmill, stairmasters. I found a gym that has a daycare as well. So as long as the baby is dry and fed, he can go in there and play. Even I've included having my mom come with me to the gym, my oldest son. So we make it a family affair because, nutrition, we talk about food is medicine, but we also have to think about our physical and mental health. That's always what my goal is to teach people and to maintain my fitness journey. So I like working out because it makes me feel good. And when I feel better, I do better.
So who inspired you to, want to become a nutritionist?
That is a really good question. And it's not even just like one person. Like my grandfather, I wanted to be a ballerina. I love to dance. And my grandfather was like, be a nurse. My mom's a nurse. My aunt's a nurse. You always have a job, right? So I actually started at OC Tech in their nursing program. And then when I got accepted for the LP, and I was like, oh, I changed my mind. I want to do RN, transfer to state. And then the program closed. But honestly, I didn't want to really do that anymore once I got into it. I was like, I want to talk to people and treat people before they're taking medication, right? So I did some research. I was working at CNA and I would ask questions about the food, and everybody kept referring me to the dietitian. And that's when I said, this is what I want to be. So I changed my major and I found out about the internship programs and what was the requirements, and been going since then.
So I saw, I did do my research. I saw you was into fashion.
Yes, on the side, I love, that's the New York side of me. I feel like New York fashion, we're always on the runway. So I really love to put clothes and pieces together. That's what me and my girlfriend spend a lot of time when, like, now we're getting ready for homecoming in Orangeburg. So we send each other outfit ideas. They always sending me the inspo look or does this go well together? Which color match better? I love fashion. I love beauty. I'm like into all kind of designers. I like thrifting. I like recreating looks. Like you name it. I'm definitely a girl's girl.
So when you come to Orangeburg, you already know we got a chilling vibe, man.
You already know I'm ready.
Yeah, most def, man. Shout out to Old Bird, man.
Shout
Ain't
out to
up,
the bird.
ain't up but love
Look,
there.
G4 was the home.
Oh yeah. So dang, we didn't even talk about this though. You're AKA.
Yes, I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Hello. And so it's definitely election time is coming up. And I know a lot of people always compare Kamala to AKs. We're going to support her as the first female black, because she is black president, and we're gonna paint the town pink and green like we do any other event. If you ever been to an AK event, it's always gonna be all pink, all green. So I'm definitely like in support of this next election. Ready to get back active and find me a grad chapter here in DC because I know it's about to be crazy here,
Oh yeah,
crazy. So I'm
it definitely is.
definitely,
So
definitely
I
excited.
gotta ask, what made you want to be an AKA? It got all these sororities out here, but you became an AKA. What made you want to join that sorority?
So for me, I'm always transparent. Like I was a little rough around the edge growing up. Like a little is understatement. I was a little rough around the edge though. And I wanted to be around people who elevated me, who was doing something different that I was doing, that had, this kind of substance about them. Like I always joke because people are like, oh, you from Orangeburg? I said, now y'all claim me, but back then I was a New York girl. But I always loved something about being a Southern belle, and most of the girls that I know that are Southern Belles are AKAs. And I used to be on Claflin with the AKA parties all the time, even though I cross Beta Sigma. So shout out to Gamma Nu. But even when I did my process and I started researching and finding other AKAs in Orangeburg, a lot of the women that were mentoring that I knew were AKAs as well.
Yeah. So when you came from New York and you came to the Burgh, how was that transition?
Oh, I hated it. I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, I really hate because I wasn't used to not having no bus, no train, no taxi cab, things closing. And then I didn't even come initially to the Berg. I moved to Utahville first, and then I moved to Springfield before I got to Orangeburg. So Orangeburg was a breath of fresh air coming from in the country because the gas station closed at 10 o'clock in Springfield. Like we had buddies in Utahville in a Chinese restaurant, but outside of that, like there's no mall, there's no shopping, there's no rec center. So it was a difficult transition. But I will say as an adult, like I appreciate it so much. Like I really do miss Orangeburg. I love my time in South Carolina. I love my friends there. I love my family there. Like when I say I was there for a week in April from Columbia to Charleston, and I didn't stay at not one hotel. Like my family cooked for me, they fed me, they gave me a room, my kids a room. Like I love my South Carolina family.
Yeah, and that's one thing about saying down south, man. It's like we love everybody. We got that southern love, man. Like my grandma used to always feed the whole town, like the
Listen,
whole road. Like if you hungry, she got a plate for you.
and that's what I grew up doing. Like when I was in the gardens, like everybody knew I cook. Even still, I cook on Sundays. And a big Southern meal. I tried to, but even when I was in Orangeburg, I would cook. If you need to play, if you was on campus, you came to our house. Like that's what I learned. So that's what I still do. And still at my house. And like it's some traditions I will say from down south that I really learned and I understand and I still use in my day to day, even with raising my kids in the city.
And it's crazy that we talking about, saying females cooking. Hey, I want to give you a shout out because a lot of females don't cook these days. But it's a lot of females don't cook, man. And it's like you can't eat out all the time, and
No,
the cost of it is expensive.
very. And I
I
also
mean,
got to practice what I preach. Like I am a dietitian, so I can't tell other people to eat at home, and I'm always eating outside, and I don't know how to cook. So I try to make sure that. And I love trying different recipes. I love taking like our traditional soul food recipes and making them healthier by switching different fats and oils and the flour and how you're preparing it, frying, broil. Like I love doing those, adding different cultures because I believe eating healthy doesn't have to be nasty. Like, and I'm not willing to sacrifice my taste to eat healthy.
so you prefer fried or baked?
For me, I like baked, but I like to have it a little crisp on the skin.
Okay.
So yeah, so it doesn't bother me. I'm just gonna eat it. Or now I do like the air fryer because you can get it a little crispy light fried and without the grease.
Yeah, you read about that. The air fryer come in handy.
It listen. I was so against it in the beginning, but it has definitely grown on me.
Oh yeah. So I got a question. What advice would you give to somebody who wanna, work out, get fit, and get on the right track with their fitness goals?
I always tell people to meet yourself where you are and create realistic goals. Like a lot of people start and be like, "Oh, I want to lose 40 pounds," and I'm like, "Okay, so let's break that down." Because we're not gonna lose 40 pounds today or tomorrow or even the next week. So let's say I'm gonna lose 5 pounds within 3 weeks and then another 5 pounds within 3 weeks. And let's figure out what we need to do to get from where we at now to the 5 pound loss. And if you make your goals realistic and you keep changing them as they need, because if I tell you, oh, you need to eat more vegetables as a dietitian, If you've only all your life been eating vegetables for lunch and dinner, tomorrow and the day after you might remember to add vegetables for breakfast, but some days you may forget. So your goal may say to incorporate a vegetable at breakfast for a while. So that's why I always first step, meeting people where they are, creating realistic goals that they can work on, and not feeling guilty about it. All foods have a place. I'm not gonna tell you not to eat fried chicken, because if I tell you not to eat fried chicken, you're gonna want it more. So instead of eating fried chicken 4 or 5 times a week, let's say, can we do once a week? Baby steps. So that way you don't have to worry about the craving because you had it, and now we can move on to something else.
Okay.
Because if you tell yourself you can't have something, what do we normally do? Think about it all the time.
Yeah, you're right. So if somebody will want to follow your socials or want to book you, how can they reach you?
So everything is TJ's Network, TJAYS Network. I have a Facebook page. I have an Instagram page. You can find me also on Fay Nutrition. But my links are in all my bio. Every last social media page, Tafauria Williams personal business. The link is in the bio if you want to book an appointment with me. I'm currently taking select insurance companies right now. I'm working on including more insurance companies as well. So, we can do 101 for certain needs. We can, if you have a question, I'm here.
Okay. Well, Tafari, I appreciate you for coming and chill and vibe with me. But before we go, let everybody know what we doing.
Chilling and vibing.
Hey, thanks for coming through.